to do with partying at home with your special person usually, and kind of a one-on-one thing midweek. You're working on a hangover. Like Thursday night, Wednesday night. You're like, it's not the weekend yet, but we deserve it. Let's have a little fun.
This is Up and Country, powered by vLiveCast. I'm your host, Sue Bonzell, bringing you rising country artists direct from Nashville. Now let's get this show started. He is an Army vet with a very interesting family history and a new single out. Houston Bernard is here. How are you, Houston?
I'm great. Thanks for asking. How are you doing?
I am doing fantastic. I love the hat. That's kind of like on brand for you, right?
It is. And my father gave me this hat years ago. And so I, through my music, through everything I do, I try to represent my family and where I came from.
Nice. Well, so I mentioned your family history. So there's like a whole story about your family history. I want to hear the story.
Sure. Which story? There's a few.
There's many of them. The music, the outlaw.
Sure. Well, I'll tell you about the music history of my family. My father and my uncle played backing up bands like Tanya Tucker and Dave Dudley, Wanda Jackson, people like that from Oklahoma for many years. And Reba recorded one of my uncle's songs. So there's history with that. And then there's history with my great-great-grandfather, George Bitter Creek Newcomb, who was an outlaw. He's a well-known outlaw. He was in the Time Life Gunfighters book. The Eagles did a whole album based on the Wild Bunch called Desperado, and that was a themed album. It was about my great-great-grandfather and his group of outlaws. So I don't know all the details of what he did, but I mean, if he's an outlaw, he's probably breaking the law. So
he probably did some bad stuff. Probably did some bad stuff, huh?
Probably did some bad stuff. I don't know exactly what he did, but there was a $5,000 reward on his head back in 18 whatever.
Wow.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. That's like millions now, right? I would imagine.
Yeah. I don't know. It's probably pretty high. It's up there.
So it's kind of cool. I mean, you've got an incredible musical history with your family, and then you got the outlaw thing going on, which is that's always attractive and interesting. So with your music, tell us about this new song that you've got.
So I've been releasing songs for years, but this song is called Hangover, and it's just a fun kind of party song, but it really has to do with partying at home with your special person usually, and kind of a one-on-one thing midweek. You're working on a hangover. Like Thursday night, Wednesday night. You're like, it's not the weekend yet, but we deserve it. Let's have a little fun.
I watched the music video for that, and that is so much fun. What a great video. How was that, filming the video?
It was great. It was actually, I worked with people that I've known for years, and Willie, the guy that was the lead actor, he was one of the writers on the song. So I was like, oh, you got to be in this video, man. You got to be in this video. Because he's obviously he's a good-looking guy. He's a funny guy. He's very creative. And I was like, I know, and I've never seen him act, but I knew he would bring something, and he did. And then there was an actress that he knew, and then another buddy, the pizza guy.
The pizza guy, yeah.
I've known him for many years as well. He's also a writer.
Isn't that fun how you can like include your friends in things like that, especially the videos and stuff? I hear that a lot where it's like, oh yeah, that was actually so-and-so and my cousin and my friend. And I love that. That's so fun. Oh,
it's great. And when you're really proud of the song and you're proud of the video, and then you can look at it years later and go, oh my gosh, that was my family member, my buddy. Like, we had such a good time. So it's putting memories, personal memories, in the creation of all that, and it's pretty special.
Absolutely. Well, I mentioned that you are an Army vet, so tell me about being in the Army. I know you had some specialist type things. What did you do there?
Well, I was in for 9 years, and my jobs, I had a few of them, One of them was a master fitness trainer. I was also a petroleum specialist, also known as a gas pumper, but still very important job. And then I was also water purification, also very important, especially when you're out in the middle of nowhere and, you need water and you need showers.
Yeah. So. I like water. I like showers. Those are good. I like I had a friend who used to work at a gas station when I was in high school, and he said, I'm a petroleum transfer engineer. I was like, oh, that sounds really important. He's like, yeah, I work at the Shell station. Okay, I got it.
you do what you can to make it sound amazing.
Exactly. Well, obviously, I have to say thank you for your service. We appreciate everything that you've done in serving our country. And I'm so excited that you are now in country music. And you're not just in country music. I have a list here of people that you've shared the stage with. They're kind of famous. Luke Bryan, Old Dominion, Granger Smith, Michael Ray, Montgomery Gentry, Clint Black. I mean, that's a pretty big resume there.
Yeah, I mean, those artists are great, and they're very successful, and they were, a lot of them I got to actually hang out with a bit, and they're, just good people, and I'm blessed to be able to do it, so I can't complain.
Who did you have the most fun with?
The most fun. Well, I enjoyed hanging out with Old Dominion. We played with them twice, and this was,
nice.
This was maybe 2015, right before they really blew up. And you could just tell, their songs, their vibe, everything is, it's like, oh, these guys are amazing. But they were very kind. They invited us into their dressing room, their bus even, and we just had some drinks, and they gave us advice. And, that was pretty fun. That was a good time. Oh, actually.
Yeah, Old Dominion, so incredible.
Yeah, they're great. I was just thinking of another, we opened up for Montgomery Gentry at the House of Blues in Boston. And Troy, this was obviously before he passed.
Right.
But we did the show, and he's from Lexington, Kentucky, where my mom and my brother live. So we had something in common. We were chatting. I was like, oh, nice to meet you. Then we're loading up our, my little Chevy outside, and his bus was parked there. He's like, hey, you guys want some moonshine? So I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
So we went on the bus, and we just chatted for quite a while, and we had some fun there too. It's a good time.
That's cool. That's a nice memory to have too, especially since he is gone now, which is such a shame. And that's great that you have that memory with him. Yeah. So I found The Hangover, your video, and then I quickly started listening to all of your music, and I was like, I'm on the Houston Bernard playlist, and I am so happy right now. I played it for a girlfriend of mine who's a big country fan, and she was like, who is this guy? He's really good. And I'm like, I know, right? So what would you consider your style of country music?
I like to call it, and it took a while to figure it out, honestly, because I have like 4+ albums. So I'm like all over the place with, music that I love and influences. But since I started working with my manager about 4 years ago, we're really guiding what country is to me, what I want to communicate. And I call it Heartland Country. Songs like People We Are and Freedom. And it's just really about, the important things about being a good person, about doing the right thing. About letting people have their own choices and freedom. So I would call it Heartland Country.
I love that term. I haven't heard that term. Is that so? We're going to say Houston Bernard coined it, right?
Okay, let's do that.
Okay, good. You're going to take all the credit from now on, and we're going to start using that and be like, yeah, Houston said that. That's right.
Yeah, it's Heartland Country.
Exactly, Heartland Country. Come on. Well, speaking of country and your style, would you be willing to play a song for us?
I'd love to.
When we come back, Houston Bernard going to play a song for us.
I'm Houston Bernard, and this is my song, Hangover. What do you say about staying up late with a couple cheap bottles of wine? What do you think about shooting me wings across the kitchen counter tonight? We don't need prepaid credit cards, the crowded old bars, or neon setting the mood. We got a Bluetooth band and a drink in our hand, and a dance floor in the living room, working on a hangover. One sip, one kiss at a time, working on a hangover, making the most of Thursday night. If we wake up still a little bit drunk, girl, you know we did it up right, working on a hangover. Tequila shots, line 'em up, coffee table, flip cup, 90s country all night long. We got a pizza in the oven, we're laughing, we're loving, and buzzing 'cause there ain't nothing wrong. It's working on a hangover, one sip, one kiss at a time, working on a hangover, making the most of a Thursday night. Yeah, if we wake up still a little bit drunk, girl, you know we did it up right, working on a hangover, working on a hangover. There ain't no last call, we can stay all night. We ain't stopping till we're blinded by the morning light. Might hurt like hell, but we'll be alright. Yeah, the pain is just a payment for a good time, working on a hangover. One sip, one kiss at a time, working on a hangover, making the most of a Thursday night. Well, if we wake up still a little bit drunk, girl, you know we did it up right, working on a hangover, working on a hangover.
Yeah. I love that song. That is so awesome. Thank you so much for playing it. It's so much fun.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. So before you go, we have to play a little game that I play here at Up and Country. It's called Truth or Truth. My artists seem to like it. If you were here, I'd have you pick your own questions, but I'm going to pick them for you, and then you get to answer. Is that fair enough?
Okay.
Okay. You can tell he looks nervous.
Skip option? Do I get a skip option? Like, can we skip that one?
You can skip. Okay, you can skip. Okay. Okay. What was the last thing you searched for on your phone?
I was just searching. I was filling out an application for the South by Southwest for 2023, and I was. The question was, who is your international booking agent? And it's been some time because I just signed with an international booking agent. So I was like, who is this person? I forget. And I needed their contact information to add. So it's Dark Duck is the agency that I'm signed to out in Europe.
Okay.
So that's what I searched last.
Okay, good. Well, I'm excited about South by Southwest. So that's exciting. So do you have to be approved, or is that just, so when will we hear about that?
Yeah, I applied for it, and hopefully I'll get it because I've been spending a lot of time in Texas
awesome.
lately. I've got a song that charted and on the Texas regional country charts as well. So just trying to, out there, I feel like people appreciate my music there versus other places.
Well, good. Well, we'll get fingers crossed for South by Southwest. So keep us posted on that.
I will.
Okay, we're going to do another one.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Picking your questions. I'm not looking. Here we go. Okay. What's the most disgusting thing you've ever done?
Oh my God. That's a terrible question. Disgusting. I mean, I used to have this pretty gross. I find it pretty gross. I used to have when I was in the Army, you get KP, kitchen patrol, and sometimes you would just have to dig through the nastiest stuff to, to clean all those dishes, and that's pretty nasty. That's the
working in the kitchen, not usually any fun.
No, I think I think I dropped my phone in a urinal once. That's pretty gross.
Okay, that's pretty gross.
That's pretty gross.
You know what? You're not alone in that. I have dropped my phone in the toilet before, so I think that's a common thing.
Oh man!
And it is gross.
It's gross. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, you're not too terribly bad. Let's try another one. I'll try one more for you.
All right.
What do we have? Okay, who was your first celebrity crush?
Oh man. When I was a kid, I used to watch reruns of, I can't remember the name. Oh, Who's the Boss? So Alyssa Milano.
Oh,
I had a crush on Alyssa Milano. Yeah.
I think a lot of people had a crush on Alyssa Milano. She's still pretty hot now.
Yeah.
She's aged well.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, I want to thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me, play the song, play my game, and it will certainly keep an eye on you. Let us know where you're going to be next. Where are you going to be next?
I have a show in Marblehead, Massachusetts tomorrow, and I just have festivals. I'm out in Colorado for a 100th year anniversary in Monte Vista, Colorado, for the rodeo.
Awesome. Well, good. And we can catch those all on your website. Is that correct?
That's right. HoustonBernard.com.
Okay, we got it. We're going to keep an eye on you. Thank you again for being here, Houston.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Thanks for watching Up in Country. Be sure to like and subscribe and leave us a comment. We do new episodes every Tuesday, and be sure to follow Up in Country on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. And you can follow me too at Sue Bonzell on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok.